I just want to say, brother, Volente. Volente.
Volente, good job, sir. I like the suit. Really
What
good
did he
suit.
say?
Really
What
suit,
did he
sir.
say? Says I love you.
I love you. Yes, good job, sir.
Volente.
Jokic, let me tell y'all something. This dude is so fucking good, man. Straight up. Like, I haven't seen anything like him.
He ain't flashy. He seems like a great person. I don't know him. I don't think I've ever met him in person before.
The way that Nikola Jokic handles his role as a basketball player has recently drawn a lot of attention from the basketball community. What sets him apart from other NBA players is that he views basketball as a career. His incredible play from the previous season cemented his status as one of the all-time greats of the NBA. Let's now examine NBA luminaries' perspectives on the Joker's distinct viewpoint and the reasons they believe he is unguardable. Former NBA player Tracy McGrady, who is frequently compared to Kobe Bryant, suffered numerous injuries that hampered his career. It is evident that T-Mac recognizes talent when he comes across it because of his skillful shooting guard style and wide range of moves, which helped him build a strong reputation that his injuries couldn't overshadow. He has a unique style of play and a genuine love for the game, as evidenced by the passes he makes from one side of the court to the other on time and on target. The bounce pass that is in between defenses because you can't guard him on the post because he is too big, he can't jump over a dollar bill, he rebounds, and he is incredible as attested by McGrady. This candid evaluation from a player of McGrady's caliber highlights Jokic's extraordinary skills and confirms that true greatness recognizes its peers. Hakeem the Dream, a dominant force in his prime, one of the NBA's best centers in the 1990s, left a lasting legacy with his incredible footwork, soft scoring near the basket, and signature move, the Dream Shake, which gave him the nickname Hakeem. Even after retiring, he shared his wealth of skills with other NBA players by becoming a coach and passing on his methods to well-known players like LeBron James and Kevin Garnett. Dwight Howard and numerous others legends of the NBA learned from Hakeem. People are naturally reminded of Hakeem's style by Nikola, whose game depends more on skill and basketball intelligence than athleticism. In Hakeem's own words, he plays the game and you think he's not serious, but he's so effective that you can't tell when he's faking and when he's real. He has tricks and was the NBA's first Joker. Among the many accolades for Dirk Nowitzki's game, which is most known for his iconic one-legged fatal away jumper, were his soft touch inside and outside the arc, his pioneering three-point shooting prowess among big men, and his exceptional leadership abilities. Dirk Nowitzki was the quintessential European big man. There is a new competitor in Dirk's world of well-known post moves, the SAM or shuffle. Alternately, as Dirk's legacy flourished following the M's historic 2011 championship victory over the Miami Heat Big Three, Nikola Jokic's post-fadeaway shot. The story of Nikola Jokic is told through his growing basketball legacy as a devoted NBA and European basketball fan. Since Dirk is aware of the Joker's skill at making difficult shots, I wasn't overly shocked when he ultimately demonstrated his ability to position the release point far behind his head, and then launch it extremely high in the air with incredible mark, while Nowitzki's fadeaway was caused by his left leg. I'm delighted for him since he's one of the greatest players in the world and is demonstrating that right now on this platform. As Dirk notes, the Joker created the SAM or shuffle in 2017 while recuperating from a sprained left ankle, and it's just something that works for him. I don't like shooting off that right foot on that one, and I thought it was really difficult for me to coordinate it. It was easier off the left foot, but it actually looks pretty smooth for him off the right leg. As a defender, there's no way to get to it because he's also 7 feet, and moving away from the defender on that shot makes it impossible to get to Reggie Miller, a well-known NBA player who is now an NBA analyst who occasionally leans toward players from his own era. Reggie is a little hesitant to compare Nikola to greats like Hakeem the Dream and David Robinson. In his own words, I would say that he would be knocking on the door, but I can't put him in there with Hakeem just yet because he needs to win another championship with the numbers he has put up. He's kind of a unicorn with the ability to score, assist, and rebound. The passes have been incredible, but ultimately it's only one championship, and I know that people want to get sucked into that. Yes, if he accumulates a body of work and returns with another championship, then we can open the door and begin having these discussions, but with one championship, I can't put him in there with Hakeem, who has 2. In my opinion, David Robinson is nowhere near Shaq in terms of centers, and his numerous triple-doubles have elevated his game to a legendary level that very few have attained. I think he has 2 or 3, but it's really hard for me to place him in that group. Despite having different playing styles, Tim Duncan and the Joker have traits like having a high basketball IQ, remaining composed under duress, and being selfless, according to Charles Lay, a dominant player from the Nines. The way Barkley plays, he's like, hey, I just want to play basketball. This is my job. I ain't gonna complain. If a guy's open, I will pass him the ball. I don't care who gets the glory. He reminds me of Tim Duncan. Barkley's perspective connects these two players in an intriguing way, and he's taking it to a new level. He tripped out those one-legged floaters off the wrong leg, and things like that Hakeem and Kevin McHale were going to shoot a fadeaway or an up and under. The Joker reminds me of Shaq, a former Charles Barkley rival and current colleague on inside the NBA, who is a symbol of basketball dominance. Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. He never complained and simply went out and played basketball. You don't know much about him off the court. Shaw's strength and quickness were the main sources of his dominance, but he also possessed important skills as a big man. In the 2000s, he scored 30 points in a season, and it wasn't just his toughness. He was a fantastic shooter. Although Nikola is one of the most difficult centers to guard in NBA history, Shaw considers him a worthy opponent who he wouldn't have any trouble defending. The only way he could score on me, though, would be in a pick-and-roll situation because I'd probably have to help with Jamal Murray, which frees him up a little bit if he's going down in the post. I don't want no help if he shoots a jump hook over me, even though I acknowledge the Joker's extraordinary skills. Shaq, a Lakers star and the iconic figure featured on the NBA emblem, refused to acknowledge that the Joker would be a serious threat to him. One of the first on-ball maestros in NBA history, Jerry West had a remarkable talent sense, as seen by his successful career as general manager. His logo represents a huge fan of the Joker's game, which he celebrated. The star of the Los Angeles Lakers notes that the court vision at the Serbian Center is similar to that of some of the best players in the NBA, including Magic Johnson. Larry Bird, Chris Paul, LeBron James, who is 7 feet tall, shoots shots and you think, oh my goodness, this has no chance, but the secret to his success is his amazing hands. If you watch him grab a rebound, 4 or 5 players are there, and he just reaches for it. He can be in the middle of 8 hands, and somehow the ball ends up in his hands. He's just so much fun to watch, and when he plays, it appears as though he's lounging in a hammock. Even though the Joker is one of the NBA's best defenders, his unmatched individuality makes it difficult to come up with a strategy to defeat him. The actual huge-ticket Kevin Garnett thinks he has figured out a way to stop the Joker as soon as you take it out and you're trailing man. I'm waiting for you at the free throw line at that end, and guess what? I'm gonna give you a little bump. We're gonna run up to the three-point line together, and by the time we get there, I'm gonna run back because I have some responsibilities. As you enter the pick and roll, we're going to enter the pick and roll together. Hey, go under us. The guard will come under. If I have a show, I will show early. We're gonna run. Get down here first, and I'll be big. Come on. Give me the boy here. Oh, I didn't get it this time, so I'm gonna be setting hard picks rolling hard. That's just KG being KG man. Joker is so smart that he's letting you come down and letting you initiate. He's like a counterpunch. In today's NBA, there are a few top-tier defenders, but they've had a tough time figuring out how to defend the Joker. He's a triple threat. When it comes to scoring, he can score from anywhere on the court, plus his amazing court vision and incredible passing make it really hard for defenders to stop him. He's already regarded as one of the greatest of all time. So let's enjoy seeing the Joker perform at this extraordinarily high level. His talents are so sophisticated that it's hard for defensive tactics to succeed against him.